Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Brand Builder series. Today we have a very special guest with us, Ayomide. She's a licensed financial professional and she's managing a budding firm. She balances a lot, from her, student pursuits for her education, her being in the Army, among other things, but I also would like to give you the opportunity to just introduce yourself to the audience and give them a little bit of background about yourself. So the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for the introduction. And again, like you mentioned, my name is Ayomide Ajagbonna, and I'm a licensed financial professional. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. I did this right after I came back from training for the Army in pursuit of having my own business. And like you also mentioned, I am a student. I actually attend IUI, and I'm studying health science, and I'm going into my senior year. And I'm also in the Army as well. I will hit my fourth year of the Army and hopefully maybe sign another contract. Who knows?
Okay, nice. Yeah, it definitely sounds like there's not a lot of free time on your schedule. So kudos to you for balancing all those different interests.
Thank you.
I guess just to start out though, could you just kind of just provide us a little insight on really just the motivating factors and the driving factors that really just got you to where you are today? Where did those early kind of passions really just strive from?
Sure. Actually, I would say like for my parents and being an immigrant in this country, I just always want better for. I would say my parents. I just always want better for them, but want better for myself as well. And I knew that if I want to be successful in this country, I know that I can't be successful working for somebody else. I have to find something and make it work out for me in order to get where I want to go. So I would say just my parents, seeing them every day, wanting the best for them has really been my driving factor.
Absolutely. That's great to hear. A lot of times we, see people that, may be successful. We see other people that are striving to, reach certain goals, but really just having a why, having a reason behind everything that you're doing. I just feel as though that makes it all worthwhile, because at the end of the day, it's not only about, your own success, but I believe that, we're giving opportunities and giving successful experiences so that we can make a positive impact in the lives of others. So that's definitely great to hear, just a little bit about your why. But honestly, I would say even in addition to that, I don't come from an immigrant family directly, but I've just heard about some of the challenging experiences that it can be for those that may immigrate from foreign countries and things of that nature. So can you kind of just speak to that experience? What has your experience been like? Like you said, your family's from Nigeria,
Mhm.
and you have a lot that you're pursuing. So kind of just speak to that experience and some of the challenges you may have encountered and the ways in which that you overcame them, as well as some other areas that you would like to reach and make an positive impact on other immigrants.
Sure. So I would say the experience so far has been it's been like a story. It's been like a movie. I would say at first when I first came to this country, I came to this country in 2011. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything about it, and from what I saw on TV, it was different. I would say, but over time, you just get used to the people. You get used to the environment. You just get used to everything. So it's been a good experience so far. And my advice to people, other immigrants as well, and anybody else, looking to move to a different country or transition into a different place would be just make the best out of it. I know it might be a little bit dwelling, it might be a little bit scary, but if you just think about where you've been, I mean where you're coming from and the place that you want and the place that you're going, I'm sorry, and where you want to be in life, then just know that you have to keep going. You have to work hard and you have to go for what you want.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better. So that's definitely very true. I guess I would say, just try to kind of catch us up to speed, to where you are
Right.
right now. We see that you're a licensed financial professional now. You've been able to, advise and consult, numerous different families and individuals, across the country. You have a team that's, building, and gaining a lot of traction. How did this come about? How did this entry into this particular field, you know, how did you get here basically?
Sure. So I would say first of all, I've always owned my own business. At first, when I wanted my own business, I was thinking about other things to branch into. I was thinking of branching into the clothing industry, beauty industry, a lot of other things, but it didn't really work out for me. So, part of the reason why I'm in the financial industry is my parents, of course. I would say one particular experience that really, you know, made me want to go into this industry was my dad had a policy of an insurance with this insurance company, and um the policy was so bad that when my dad needed help the most, they couldn't do nothing for him. So after that incident, it really just showed me that, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what they have in terms of insurance, in terms of not only insurance but helping themselves financially. So I told myself I would not want my dad or anybody else, or even immigrants, because we don't know. A lot of people don't know much because of where they're coming from. So I wouldn't want nobody out there to end up like how my dad had to end up in. So I told myself that in order to make sure that that doesn't happen again, I have to get in this industry. I have to know what this industry is about and how to better help people, because like that situation with my dad could have been avoided if somebody actually wanted to help him. But now that I'm in the industry, I'm working hard to better help protect people, consult and help people, and let them know what they have and what they shouldn't have.
Wow, that's thank you for sharing that story, because it just really sheds a light on, the side of the industry that people don't see.
Right.
you know uh it is a business, but also at the end of the day, it's great to see businesses that really care about the people that they're, targeting and striving to,
Right.
impact, so, that I feel like that's what it's all about, outside of really just, meeting a monthly quota or sales quota for policies and things of that nature. It's like those are the questions that I really feel like, touch the hearts of the people that are impacted. It's like, how can this change my life? How can I ensure that the policies, and things of that nature that I have are actually benefiting me and
Right.
can help protect against unfortunate situations. So I definitely appreciate that transparency in that regard. And I guess in addition to that, I would say, outside of, like, obviously outside of the education you provided for your dad and his situation, like, what are some other ways in which you guys try to really just get in the community and ensure that, people are educated? Because, sometimes I feel like people, they may see what you're doing and, they may get approached about, signing up for a certain thing, but until they really just see how it can truly benefit them and how
Right.
it actually may be a life-changing decision for them to make, I feel like it's not until that point that they actually begin to take it serious. So I
Mhm.
guess I'm just curious to know, how do you guys bridge the gap and ensuring that you guys come off authentic and the people actually understand truly what you all are striving to do?
Sure. I would say it's all about educating. I think of myself as a teacher, so I try to teach people. I'm not forcing you to do anything. So when I first meet a client or anybody, I try to know them best, because a lot of people, like you said, when you approach them that, oh, you're this, they automatically think that, oh, she's just trying to get me to sign a policy, forget about me, just like they did to my dad. And I'm just like, actually, no. um I'm not here to waste your time. I know that everybody values their time. I'm doing this for a reason, like I said, because I wouldn't want nobody else to be in that situation that my dad was in. So I just try to teach people as much as I can and get the word out there. So luckily, I've been so blessed that people are able to listen to what I have to say. Like I said, I just come to them with an open mind, just have an open mind about it, and teach them what I have to offer and what I serve. And then from there, everybody pretty much all believe, this is something that they need and they need to have basically. So I just go up to them with a teacher, a teacher persona, I would say.
Absolutely. That's great. I guess kind of just piggybacking off of that, you know, everybody doesn't have the personality that you have to be able to, navigate this particular industry,
Hmm.
and I guess I'm just curious to know, is this something that you feel came natural to you, just being able to approach people from an educator standpoint, or is it something that you kind of had to polish through, trial and error and uh, a myriad of different experiences?
So it definitely did not come naturally. I wish it did, but it does take a lot of learning and growing. And I read a lot of books, self development, because you can't just go up to people and just approach them. Hey, I have this, I have that. They're gonna. Because I think about it, if someone was to do that to me, I'll be like, "Are you trying to scam me?" Like, you know what I mean. So it's definitely a lot of work. You have to really, grow. Read books a lot. I read a lot. I read about 2 to 3 books every week because I need to make sure that if I'm going to approach you, if I'm going to go out there and teach and educate these people, I need to be on my A game. I need to know what I'm saying. I need to know what I'm doing because I wouldn't want nobody to approach me and you don't know what you're doing. So, definitely a lot of work, a lot of, um, dedication and time. But at the end of the day, I'm so glad that I've been able to do that, dedicate time and learn and grow and self develop myself. And I'm still also growing. I'm still open to learning more. I'm still trying to improve, trying to grow, trying to learn every day.
Wow, wow. So just when I thought you didn't have a lot of time, you told me that you you read 2 to 3 books a day. So I don't know how you do it, or 2 to 3 books a week. So I guess even just to go off of that, what have been some of the favorite books that you've read that were really enlightening and opened your mind and helped you?
I would say about for my business, personally, money, wealth, life insurance. Personal books about like self development. I would say, there's this book I'm reading right now. I'm so sorry, I forgot the title, but I just started reading it off yesterday. But I think so far this book has really, really been the one to help me so far as of now. But the other books have just been like just to make sure that you know what you're saying to people, you know how it is. But this book that I'm reading so far has really been an eye opener for me, and I'm gonna search it up right now. I have it on my phone because I just ordered it like last week.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
great. And while you're searching that, I will just ask this one question, and like I said, you can answer that after you find the book. But I guess just the next question is, I would like to kind of just touch on the importance of networking that you feel. I feel like I see you everywhere. Just at the events around the city and things of that nature. So just kind of speak on the importance of that and your experience, and the ways in which it's helped you.
Yeah, sure. I would say being in this business and in any other business, you definitely have to network a lot. You have to get yourself out there. You have to meet people every day. So every day I strive to meet at least, even if it's one person that I meet. It's not even just about like, telling them about what I do. It's just a form of friend. So I strive to at least, get myself out there every day. So like literally every Sunday, I go online and I go, with people that I connect with. I'm like, okay, what are the events for this week? What is going on this weekend? What is happening? So I'm just making sure that I'm getting myself out there. And I would say definitely for anybody, not even if to like start a business, but in general, network because it's gonna bring great opportunities. It's gonna bring a lot of, you know, um, it's just gonna bring a lot of opportunities that you didn't ever expect. You're gonna meet people that you never thought you meet. You're gonna be more confident and be more open to talking to people. And I think that's also definitely helped me a lot. And I'm always open to networking, and I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Okay, great, great. So I guess, in addition to that, you mentioned, how you're currently a student at
Hmm.
IUI and things of that nature. I guess I'm just curious to know, how has your college experience, impacted just your growth overall, and also more specifically in the field of business.
Sure. I would say college so far has been great. At first when I started college, I drove from home to college. I didn't live on campus, so it was kind of a struggle adapting because I didn't really have time to meet people like you were if you lived on campus. But luckily, thanks to my brother, he's more involved on campus because he lived on campus. So I was able to ask him and get some ideas of like things to do, where to go, and he helped me out with, okay, you can go here, you can go there, and I was able to start going to these programs, meet people, and get myself more adaptive to campus. Because at first I was literally like, I felt bored. I'm like, this is just I'm just going to classes. I'm not meeting anybody. I'm not doing anything. But after doing those, I was able to finally get the college experience that I've always wanted.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, were you able to find the name of that book?
Yeah, it's called The Leadership Journey by Jeff Levinson.
The Leadership Journey by Jeff Covington. Okay, I have to check that out for sure. Yeah, it's definitely feel as though, reading, can be a great way just to kind of just broaden your horizons, through books, and podcasts, various different things of that nature. You can kind of just glean from wisdom, that you've haven't yet experienced, so, for those in the audience, reading is definitely something that I would recommend for you all to explore if you haven't yet. And like I said, I don't probably read nearly as many books as Ayomide, but I listen to a lot of podcasts as well as audiobooks, and it can be very, very beneficial.
Right.
Uh, yeah, so I guess even just to go off of that. You mentioned, how you mentioned your immigrant journey, and you said that it's almost kind of like a movie, or almost kind of like a story
Mhm.
that you've experienced. So I guess I just kind of want to just dig a little deeper into that. What are some things that we wouldn't know about your particular, just immigrant experience that you feel like would be beneficial to the audience, whether it be challenges, triumphs, and just things of that nature that may help others in the audience.
Sure. Some things that I would say are really just the people. At first when I came to this country and I started school, I used to get teased a lot. I used to get bullied a lot. Being from where I'm from, but over time, I just felt that maybe they're just, I don't know, like, why are they just messing with me? I'm just human like them. But as I got older and I got into middle school and high school, it got better. I started talking to a lot more people, and people treated me better and more nicely, and than they did in elementary school. So elementary school for me, that was a kind of a bad journey because of like going to school every day, not having people, want to talk to you, thinking that you're this or that. It was a lot. But luckily in middle school and high school, it was a totally different experience, and I was able to have a better school experience. And as far as every other thing, I would say just like I mentioned earlier, just adapting, learning the environment, doing what you see other people do. Which I'm not saying that's you're not supposed to do what other people do. You're supposed to be your own leader, but just seeing what everybody does and everything. Yeah, just adapting basically.
Wow, great. Yeah, I thank you for sharing that because honestly, I feel like that will, in greatly impact, some people in the audience, whether they be immigrants or, whether they not be immigrants. It's kind of like one of those things. A lot of people, you see a lot, especially in the day and age of social media, and sometimes, a lot of people can just feel the pressure to just conform, to what they're seeing, in society. But I feel like, just kind of one thing I really took from what you just shared, is just that you may have came from a different environment, different country, but at the end of the day, like you said, I'm a human just like you. So it's like, no matter where we may come from, no matter our backgrounds, experiences, like we still should treat people with just kind, and politely, because at the end of the day, they're human just like us. And like I said, for those that may be coming from different countries and just trying to, navigate a new world. I feel like at the end of the day, all you can be is yourself, and I feel like being yourself is what makes your story unique, So like even you, for example, like no one can ever really rewrite, no one can replicate you because you're you and you have your own story based on your particular background. So
Right.
even just, no matter what rooms that you may walk in, that's always going to be, something that, sets you apart, from others. So, that's why I would say to others as well, just embrace your story, because your story is what will set you apart from others, So I just kind of wanted to emphasize that, and I guess just in addition to that, as we begin to wrap up here soon, I'm just curious to know, what you feel like is next for your business. Are there any other business endeavors that you're, interested in launching? I could, like I said, I know you already navigate and have a lot on your plate, to date. So, I'm sure that you would probably, be open to exploring having other businesses as well. So, but who knows? You might be wanting to just focus on the finance business. But I guess I would just like to give you the floor to share some insight on that.
Sure. So for me right now, personally, what I'm working on is like getting myself out there. So this is actually one of the things I'm doing to get myself out there. I've never actually been on a podcast, so I'm excited for this. So and I think this is gonna open up to me like doing more interviews, going out to more podcasts, going out to like maybe possibly being on the news. Who knows? You might see me, so watch out. So yeah, definitely just doing a lot more things with the media. And as far as the future, I do have a lot, planned out, and I'm always open to other businesses, because I'm always open to multiple streams of income going, coming in for me. So I mean, the more the merrier. So and as far as the future, I can't wait, and I'm excited, and I'm just doing a lot now in the present, to make sure that my future goals, my future plans all come to pass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, as we begin to close, just kind of let the people know, where they can connect with you at. If they want to get in contact with you, how can they contact you to learn more about yourself, your business, and, just follow along your journey?
Sure. So for contact, my first name and my last name, I'm on LinkedIn. You can also contact me on Instagram. I kind of use that for personal. I'm trying to get like my own business like Instagram account where other people can contact me through there. But you can, find me on Instagram. It's BVBY underscore PRESIE. And I'm yeah, just LinkedIn, Instagram, and I'm always on my phone because that's how most of my clients reach me. So my number is 317-665-3140. That's my business number. So you can contact me out there if you have any questions about anything. It's not even about like in the financial industry, just anything. I'm always open to help. and networking. I Like I said, I love networking. So if you have any events, hit me up. If you know anything, hit me up. And just if you have any questions overall, just let me know. But yeah, that's it.
Well, there you have it. Definitely appreciate everything that you shared, sharing your story.